Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth1204 for another episode of On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness, Episode 3. Penny Arcades, whatever. In the last episode, we found out that... Oh, brought to you by Much Games. Sorry, I forgot to say at the end of the episode, I'm sad. Brought to you by muchgames.ca. In the last episode, we got a call from a mime and went to the boardwalk to investigate, and we found out that all the mimes had been turned into monsters. So that was something. Now we are going to investigate, and I changed the controls a little, and we'll see if it actually works for me. Larry and Harry. At 100%. Soul of the band, really. Often confused with Tom or Dick. It's been a problem. I hate Tom! I hate Dick! I hate Larry! Alright. Imagine if the First Blood thing didn't, was like more than one MP. That would be funny. Oh, poor guy. Actually, might change this to a controller just so it's easier on my fingers. Genius is now level 8. Let me see if I can do that like in the middle of the episode and it doesn't screw everything up. Let me just play this. Right. Yeah, let me save. I know it's very unprofessional. Probably have to restart the game. Yeah, give me 1 second. Hello, everybody, again. No, I'm not restarting the episode, I'm just joking. Yeah, so I gave myself... there we go. Yeah, I didn't let me put in my PlayStation controller. I forgot that Steam sometimes has problems with that. But I have a different controller that I can put in, thankfully. So yeah, things are a little bit easier on my hands now. So I set B to confirm and A and whatever. It's just easier for me. Once his name legally changed to Mortimer. So yeah. It's just gonna be easier on me and a little easier on my back also, to be honest. I don't have to lean into the keyboard. But yeah, Jerry, seriously considering a solo career. Alright. Quartet enemies are 30% more powerful. Interesting. Oh man, it's all 4 of them now. Alright, the soul of the band. So let's take out the weaker ones first. Yeah, I thought that would kill him in one hit. That's good. I wonder why it always goes to the back automatically. Well, there aren't any, this game doesn't have rows anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. I have to keep an eye on Anne's health. Yeah, these guys are actually kind of hurting me, so kudos to the special battle conditions. Let's brute punch you. Yeah, let's heal everybody. Yeah, full auto is just gonna kill everybody. Hooray! Brute's level 7, Scholar's level 7. Fiend a cheap magic ring. Description: increases magic ability by a ridiculously small, almost insulting amount. Right there's the menu button. Let's see. Yeah, obviously she's going to be more of the mage character, so why not oblige that? The ball drop booth, it would appear, has dropped its last ball. Sadness. Remember that time we killed the mime god? You speak of Yog Sethis, the silent one. Yes, I do remember that. It kind of sticks out. Although we didn't do so much kill it as we did sever its connection to the mortal realm. That mime heading over here isn't as big as the mime god, was it? Tycho sizes him up. Eh, he's large, but not god large. Gabriel becomes sad. Oh, Optimus Mime, come on. Optimus Mime, the apex of mime evolution. Alright, let's kill these guys first. Bam, bam. Dragon Punch! We may actually have to consider healing in this battle. Oh no. Alright, so we got rid of him. Are you weak to fire? We'll see. Do you know what happens when you light a mime on fire? The same thing that happens to everything else. Dragon Punch! Yeah, I might heal this turn with Anne. We'll see. Up. Yeah, I can go one more turn to nuke him. Ooh, wow, nice. Yeah, still no. When an enemy takes an unusually long amount of time to perform their next move, watch out. Chances are they're preparing to unleash a powerful attack. Consider using the defend command to avoid a potential disaster. Not only does the defend command boost your physical magical defense temporarily, it gives you a brief boost in speed. Perfect when you want your next turn to come up faster. Interesting. Oh god, do it on a walrus. You gotta wonder what's going on with these two. Didn't kill that one. Alright, so nobody's charging up yet. Let's try to get rid of the crabs first, though. Okay, so far nobody's charging up. Ow. Unless I'm just misreading the cues. You're dead. Now let's just all defend and see where this gets us. No, it's just ice breath. Still. Brute punch. Yeah, let's kill him. What was with that walrus's mouth there? Tycho? Tycho, yes. How long have you had that recorder thing on our phone? Years. I parse each conversation fully, straining each one for vital clues. Every conversation? Yes, Gabriel, all of them. Even the one where all conversations. The hamster was an important part of the workout regimen, to be sure. But sometimes you need that much mayo. Uh-huh. Like, if your sandwich is really big. Okay. Gabriel silent for a moment and then, I like sandwiches. Apparently. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. This guy looks interesting. A mime pirate ship? How's that different from a regular pirate ship? There's a stripy mainsail, plus the tiny cap on the bow. When we saw them last, they'd been able to manifest a vessel like this, fashioned purely of invisible force. How art the mighty fallen? Their 15 minutes is almost up, cosmologically speaking. Stay alert, that's bound to make them desperate. A Crabomancer, or in the original French, Le Crabomancer. Even with my incredibly superstitious nature and deep interest in the occult, I assumed they were just a myth. Looks like it wants to mythically kick us in the... Gabriel again remembers that Anne Clear is a real person who has continued to be physically present. I mean, kick our wing-wongs, milady. Gabriel curtsies, Tycho purses his lips and continues. The Crabomancers of old were said to have nearly impenetrable shells owing to their diet of immortal everfish. Being of an utterly sound mind and devoted entirely to rational practice, there is no room for magical crustaceans in my taxonomy. That said, Uncle, if you wanted to rock some sorcery, this might be the optimal scenario. For boss time! Against the Crabomancer. Crabomancer is 1500 health. Wow, wields the potent staff of the deadly bobber. Yeah, let's just build up our stats here. Oh good, he's doing that too. And he's resistant to regular attacks. Let's try fire. Have you defend for now. Okay, he's weak to fire. Is he also weak to ice? Yes, he is. Okay, awesome. Let's give it another turn before we nuke him. Now let's continue with the fire, I guess. Oh snap. I think I'll have Tycho heal this turn. No effect on the dead though. Okay. So if you continue defending, it's not like she can really do much otherwise, right? Foya. And you can use ice. And we should get one more turn. Yeah, let's just have you heal everybody up. Not that it's gonna make a difference, but yeah, non-elemental at least. Kinda wanna know what that stands for, but anyway, he's dead, and we're all level 8 now. It looks like Claire isn't leveling up. Here they are, the ancient doodads, so I guess she's not staying in our party. And Claire shoots him a look. It's Latin. The mimes hold them from the point of temporality into the ship for safekeeping. I wonder if they had any idea what they were hoarding in here. These are class pins. Oh, I always wanted one of those, but no, the other kids said I wasn't cool enough. But is it they who are the ones who are not the cool ones? The one who are not, whatever. Not that kind of class, Gabriel. Class is in a type of person. They were crafted by the Dowager Praxis, a kind of seamstress coven. They like to transform their enemies into tasteful accessories. That was their thing. The victim's knowledge and skills are wholly intact, though. Just pinning one to your clothing can alter you, perhaps alter your very form, granting you wholly new powers. The best part? These pins almost never override your own consciousness. Almost never? How never are we talking here? It's rare. You have the ability to add second class to your characters. The Tube Samurai pin, with the power to adjust to any situation with a variety of useful stances and attacks. The Crabomancer pin with the power to withstand any attack. The Hobo pin with the power of street brawling and inflicting hoboism. Lose HP every turn. The Gentleman pin with the power to fight evil through timely heals and cane smacks. The Cardwainer pin with the power of shoes. The Slacker pin with the power to hang out and stuff. The Elementster pin with the power of the elements. Route to the Atelier Dowager Precious unlocked. Atelier? Let's check that out. Wow, there's a lot of classes. Elementster with the power of the elements. Okay, so we're gonna make you a slacker because I'm rude, and you are obviously gonna be a cord waiter, and we are gonna make you Elementster. Alright, wait, did that say chapter 2? Yeah, cool. This place is nice. Hello! Shannon. That's his wife. Shannon Boyd. Nice. Welcome to the Atelier of the Dowager Precious, seekers and speakers of truth. Each statue in this holy place tells a story. If you would understand the sacred rights of the seamstress and the power she is willing to bestow upon the humble possessor of her divine pins, enter. Wait, you have to be humble to use the class pin things? That might be a problem for some people that I know. I'm thinking of a specific person. What? I'm the humblest! I've mastered the elder art of braggadocious humility. like docile humility. Okay, a form of humility so subtle and advanced that bragging about my humility actually increases it. I just meant that you have to own a class pin in order to use it. Sorry, it's just kind of maintain the proper sort of ruined temple atmosphere. Well, yes, thank you. It was great. Gabriel nods with tremendous energy. Totally cranked up the ambience for reals! Explore the atelier to learn about the various classes you can gain and use in your quest. When you're done here, head back to the Starling Development Agency. It'll be fun! That doesn't sound fun. Get that whole conversation again. Alright. Statue of the Tube Samurai. When the seamstress was still quite young, a wandering samurai visited a village. Inspired by the samurai's supreme mastery of self, intrigued by the mystic cylinder at his side, the seamstress set on a journey of enlightenment. She climbed tall mountains. She withstood the pressure of pounding waterfalls. She listened to both the young and the old. And when her journey was done, the enlightenment had been achieved. The pin of the Tube Samurai mysteriously appeared on her robe. Followed the Tube Samurai practiced a highly disciplined form of physical combat. Through the use of various stances, they can boost their capabilities. Great care should be taken in choosing the best stance for each situation. Interesting. Crabomancer. Origin of Crabomancer pins quite simple. You see, the seamstress cared more for power than she did for seafood. Wield the Crabomancer pin value defense over all else. In fact, when they can even leverage their mighty defense as a weapon. Try and wrap your head around that. Statue retreats into smug silence. Gentlemen, piece of advice. If you see a seamstress at the Dowager Praxis and you try to open the door for her, then she says that she's got it, she's kind of a sorceress or whatever, so doors aren't a big deal, but you just stand there holding a door open in sort of a smug way and you make her repeat herself, you should start running because she's probably going to turn you into a pin. This chivalrous pin has its uses, though. Wearers find themselves inexplicably concerned with the well-being of others. That concern can manifest itself in a number of ways, from healing and assisting their allies to ridding the world of evil with a well-aimed smack of the cane. Nice. Cordwainer. I was given to understand my shoes would be ready by noon today. The seamstress. The Cordwainer pin bestows much more than just the ability to craft our artisan shoes. Practitioners gain incredible speed and ability to interrupt and slow enemies, plus shocking, deeply inhumane shoe-based attacks. Statue of Slacker. Slacker pin began its life as a seamstress' son, Josh. Year after year, she urged the slacker to follow in her footsteps, or any footsteps really, or do anything. Year after year, he refused as he wallowed in his own self-indulgent idleness. Finally, in a fit of rage, the seamstress declared, "Let her know the enemy of industry is my enemy as well!" as she wove her arts, morphing the young boy of 34 into another pin. She regretted it instantly, of course, but it was a great-looking pin, which took the edge off. She felt the peace of mind, which comes only after difficult decisions has been faced head-on and wisely dealt with. The Slacker is one of the less practical pins formed by the seamstress, yet it is not completely devoid of use. The Dowager Practice frequently call upon its laid-back vibe, for relief from the stress of life becomes unbearable. The seamstress once remarked that her son was full of hidden potential, but it is thought that this was merely an expression of motherly affection and not grounded in reality. It sounds like that's like you get something eventually out of that. Statue of the Elminster. The story of the Elminster is associated and his associated saga is far too complex and involved to tell within these walls. For the full tale, please read Epic Legend of the Higher Arcs of the Elminster Saga. Volumes -3 full volume, Rainbow 25 Part 7. Short version, elements are dominant the elements, and they dominate other people with the elements they just dominated. If you like to burn, crush, drench, and whatever you do with air, this is your pin. Statue Hobo. One day, while overseeing construction of the atelier the Dowager Precipice, the seamstress saw the hobo and took pity, offering him a gift of a few coins. The next day, the same hobo returned at the head of a hobo flock with some bedraggled street priest. The seamstress asked if the gathered throng would like to see a magic trick, and when they said yes, she transformed their hobo pope into a rustic pin. This seemed to satisfy their appetite for tricks. The use of the hobo pin is frowned upon by the Dowager Praxis, but those who can endure its unique character will find a strong brawler unbound by the normal rules of engagement. Among the hobo many feared techniques is the ability to inflict hoboism, a wasting the disease that devours enemies bit by bit. And this is nothing. Interesting. What? How'd you get up here so fast? I ran all the way up the stairs. The maiden shrugs. I was waiting to track at Shrine College. Apocalypse. Oh, so these are ones that we'll get later. The Apocalypse faced the seamstress, but he knew he could not win, for he had seen his future as a cute and stylish pin. Tycho Electro Bray. The Apocalypse is the perfect pin for patient practitioners and proponents of powerful potentialities. God, alliteration, stop. Stack prophecy upon prophecy, and when the day of judgment finally arrives, your enemies will fall, and you will have been right all along. The statue nervously coughs. Dinosaur. While searching the lands beyond the Praxian Mountains, the seamstress found herself set upon by the Dinosaur, last member of an ancient primal people. The Dinosaur used the long-forgotten Saurian tongue to change into terrifying lizardoids long extinct. Unfazed by the immense strength and size of her transformed assailant, the seamstress realized that the Dinosaur's power came at a cost, a complete lack of control. Thus armed, the seamstress anticipated the Dinosaur's every move and thus secured victory over her opponent. Wielders' Dinosaur pin had been seen to change into one of three forms: the sturdy Triceratops, the swift Velociraptor, and the mighty T-Rex. In hushed tones, there are those who say an even more terrible form exists, though none have survived an encounter with the first three. Sounds like it's a, wow, there's a lot of things here. Sounds like it's a, like a berserker. Statue of the Masochist. Masochist fought mightily against the seamstress, but it was to no avail. The Masochist's attacks were mighty. God, calm down. The Masochist's attacks were mighty, but it came at a cost, the mortification of his own life force. The seamstress simply dodged each attack, and the Masochist defeated himself. Sounds like a dark, oh good, the snow is getting harder outside. Yay! Sounds like a, Dark Knight. The whole thing was pretty sad. User of Masochist pin gains great strength, but at terrible risk. Wield it at your own peril. Gardener. The seamstress came upon one of the gardeners standing in the middle of the wild field. He spoke then, saying, "My people once fought against this very ground, brother against brother, father against son, all fighting for the right to tame the earth and hoe and plant its hard star. In the end, it was their blood that nourished the very soul." "That's pretty dumb," the seamstress said. "Oh yeah?" the gardener spat, wetting the earth. "Basically," she said, balled her fist. When she opened it, a pin stood upon her palm. Those who take up the pin of the gardener become peerless masks of hoe-based combat, able to nick their opponent's shins and cause extensive bleeding. It is their ability to sow mystical gardens that is their true gift. The gardens bestow a number of advantages, but be warned, only one garden can exist at a time. Statue of Diva. The seamstress hated the opera. True story. Seriously, that's it? Yes, she went to opera one time to see if she still hated it, and she did. She was determined that leaving at the front door would take about 3 more seconds than just turning the soprano into a pin. Guess which one she chose. Wielders of the Diva pin value themselves above all else. Can the needs of one outweigh the many? Beautiful. You can fool yourself, you can fool anyone, the seamstress. But now, you may have heard the tales of her vanquished foes, but there was an opponent more wily and intractable than any other, the seamstress herself. Her power of shaping and her deep enthusiasm for its use collected fractured identities in a persona which called itself the Delusionist. Eventually she got sick of that, focused for a moment, and expelled it in pin form. Removing the pin from her mouth, she fixed it into an incredible new scarf that she just got. The abilities bestowed by this pin may seem foolish, but the truly wise will come to understand the power of self-delusion. There's a lot of interesting powers here. There was one more floor, right? Yeah. Hey, they said that these braziers will light with a pure light once the master of the class pin is achieved. I wonder what will happen when every brazier shines forth. I wonder that too! Seriously though, tell me. Does not reply. I assume that you either fight her, or you get a super master class or something, but that'll be interesting to see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. So in the next episode, we are gonna head ourselves... Okay, one sec. I just have to... what's her name? Our niece? Claire, looks exactly like Kaede Akamatsu from Danganronpa V3, like with the hairstyle and the little thingy that I can't remember what it's in Japanese. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, though. So thank you all very much for watching, and next time we're going to head back to the Starling Detective Agency. And, yeah. Goodbye. This has been Sephiroth1204 for MuchGames.ca. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye!